So today I wanted to make just a really quick video on how you go about finding files and directories on your Linux system using commands like the find command. For those of you that are not familiar with what the find command is, it's one of our basic utilities inside the shell. Find should be present on pretty much every Linux system out there. So let me pull up a terminal here, and the first thing many of you will probably want to do is read the man page for find. So if you type man find, you will get the manual for find. Let me hit page down. A very long man page. It's a very big man page, right? It's like, you know what? Let me just quit out of the man page. You're not going to want to read that gigantic novel of a man page for find. Let me just give you some of the basics, some of the stuff you probably will use on a regular basis with find. Find can do a ton of stuff. 95% of it I don't know about because I've never used many of the flags and options in find. But here is how I use find on a regular basis to find files and directories on my system. So what you want to do is you want to type find space and then a path. The path to some directory that you want to search in. So in my case, we're in my home directory right now. I'm just going to do a period. Period means find everything in this working directory that we're currently in. And then you want to give the find command this flag, -name. We want to find everything by name that fits this particular pattern, and it needs to be in quotes. What pattern do we want to search for? How about the asterisk symbol .txt? So what this will do is it will find every file in this directory that ends in .txt and hit enter. And apparently there were a ton of files in my home directory. It searched recursively in my home directory for every file that ends in .txt. Obviously we got a lot of output on that. Let me clear the screen here. So let me run that command again. It's pick a better directory to search in, something that's not going to have, just a million things output. So I'm going to search in my home directory again, /documents. We'll search by name, and this time instead of every text file, every .txt file, let's search for markdown documents. These should be a little bit less, not quite as many markdown documents on my system as text files. And there were only 3 in this particular directory. So I showed you guys this example the other day. Let me do sudo because we're going to do a search through the root file system, find, and then root, and then -name. And when I did that video the other day on how to get started with the awesome window manager, I said there is a default config somewhere on your system named rc.lua. And that is how you would find this on your system. You just search in the root file system, and it found every instance of rc.lua on my file system. This is actually the real default. Some of the others are actually my personal configs. Now, that is how you find files. How do you find a directory? Well, you find a directory very similarly. You do find space, and then this time this flag, -type, and then D, because we're specifying find a directory as the type, and then do the -name flag and then the name of the directory we're trying to find. Maybe we're trying to locate a directory named xmonad, and it did find a directory here in my home directory named xmonad when it searched recursively. Now obviously if I wanted to do a little bit deeper search, I could sudo find and I could specify a path. We'll specify the root directory. We'll search my entire file system, and it's going to find every directory called xmonad. And there were actually not that many. Of course, it was searching specifically for xmonad, so it was not searching for directories, for example, that were called .xmonad. If I had to run this, you see I get a different return. You see I get my home directory .xmonad, but that was not included here, so you do have to specify. And of course you can use wildcard characters like the asterisk symbol. You can do some file globbing. For example, I could run that same command, and this time in quotes, double quotes or single quotes, it doesn't matter. I could do the asterisk symbol xmonad, asterisk symbol. So I just want xmonad as part of the name. I really don't care what comes before or after xmonad, as long as xmonad is part of the name. And this time I get a bunch more directories that it did not give me the first time. So let me clear the screen, something I should clarify. When I did the type flag here, so -type D is for directory, dash type F, of course, would be for files. So if I ran this for xmonad, again, I'm going to get something completely different. And all I'm going to get is the xmonad binary. Now, if I did this, again, with the wildcard characters, so if I wrap this in quotes and then did the asterisk symbol before the xmonad and the asterisk symbol after, again, we get a lot more. So let me clear the screen again, and let's do something. Maybe you want to search for a particular type of file. Maybe you want to search by file permission. You could do something like this. Find and then dash type, and we're searching for files here, right? And then do dash perm. So give it this flag here for permissions. We want to find every file that has permissions set to 077. Then give it dash print because we want the output here. And it's a gigantic list. Well, there's a lot of files on my system that are set to 777. Now, why is that handy? Well, typically you don't want files or directories on your system with the permission 777, so you may want to run that command on certain directories, and those files or directories that are set to 777, you may want to change the permissions, do something a little more sensible, such as 755 at the very least, but really 644. A variation of that previous command, by the way. If I wanted to, I could throw a exclamation point in front of the permissions flag. So the exclamation point is, I want to find all the files this time that do not have the permission 777. I'm not going to run this command. Well, I guess I could, but it's going to be, let me kill that. That's just going to be just a massive wall of text returned. Now, another useful flag is actually -iname. And what this is case insensitive name searching. So if I was searching for, how about Linux? And we will search, in the working directory we're in, which is my home directory. And we don't care how Linux is capitalized, whether it's all caps, whether it's all lowercase, a mixture of capitalization. We really don't care. But we want to find everywhere where Linux appears. And just scrolling back through the output, you see sometimes it finds Linux all lowercase, sometimes it finds Linux with a capital letter, again, because we did case insensitivity. Now, if we specified that we only want Linux with a capital L and then the rest of the word lowercase, we would get a lot less for the output. You can also search for files by size. You could do find again, and then the path that you want to search in. Again, I'll just do my working directory, and this time I'm specifying the size with the size flag, -size. And you can probably guess what I'm doing here. -size plus 500K. I want to find all files in this directory that are at least 500K in size. And then I also do the -size flag again, and this time minus 10 megabytes. So I'm setting a range. I want all files that are above 500K in size, but I want them to be less than 10 megabytes in size. And if I run that command, it's a lot of files that fit that description. So again, clear the screen. Now there are many, 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 many more flags with find. There's so much to the find command, it would just blow your mind. It blows my mind. Like there's so much that I don't know about the find command, but I do want to share with you one interesting alternative to the find command, and that is a package called mlocate. So if you are on a Debian or an Ubuntu based system, sudo apt install mlocate gets you the locate command. On Arch, of course, you would do sudo pacman-syu mlocate. Now once you have mlocate installed on your system, you need to run the following command: sudo update db, all one word. Update database. Basically, the locate command searches through a database. So if I haven't updated that database in 6 months, it's not going to find any files or directories we've created, in the last week. So you do need to run this command every now and then. I will go ahead and run it just so we have a fresh scan of my system, and then I could locate rc.lua, and it's by default it's going to search through the entire file system and find every rc.lua. And that is a little bit simpler as far as it's not as much to it. The locate command, if I man locate, for example, this particular man page is nowhere near as long as the find command. It is pretty easy to get through. While the locate command does really nothing that the find command doesn't do, I do always install mlocate on all my machines, just because when all you're doing is simply wanting to locate a specific file name, the locate command kind of makes a lot of sense. Now before I go, this episode was produced by Michael, Mitchell, Chris, DJ, Donnie, Dylan, George, Hablo, Nate, Lambda, Omri, Rob, Sean, and Willie. These guys, they're the producers of the show, my highest tiered patrons over on Patreon. Without these guys, this episode wouldn't have been possible. All these other names you're seeing on the screen, these are all my supporters over on Patreon. Without each and every one of these ladies and gentlemen, the channel wouldn't be possible. If you'd like to support the channel, please consider doing so. You'll find me at DistroTube over on Patreon. Alright guys, peace.